It's a humid night in East San Jose, 1993. Jensen Huang, leather jacket on, sits in a booth at Denny's with his two co-founders. They're staring at a tiny idea that could blow up the tech world or vanish into startup oblivion. Nobody's talking about AI or generative algorithms yet. But beneath the fluorescent diner lights, something long and wild is beginning, a story of survival, guts, and relentless bets. What if this tiny chip company could change the future of computing forever? Every tech giant has a founding legend, but Nvidia's origin story flips the script early and not in a polished boardroom. Here's how a scrappy startup started winning the game when the chips were literally down. In that cramped San Jose Denny's booth, Jensen Huang and his co-founders sketched ideas on napkins instead of PowerPoints. With no flashy funding spree, just grit and vision, they aimed at a niche market, gamers craving better graphics. The startup's name came later, but those early talks brimmed with the audacity that Nvidia needed to survive chaos and skepticism. Nvidia rejected the usual rigid hierarchy. Instead, it ran flat like a jazz band jamming rather than a strict orchestra. Every engineer, even the greenest recruit, had the permission and responsibility to challenge ideas and innovate. This culture seeded discoveries no CEO's memo could mandate, making the company nimble and fiercely creative in a brutal industry. Early on, Nvidia stumbled, failed chips, technical dead ends, and investors breathing down their necks. But Jensen's obsession with the innovator's dilemma, the trap of incumbents choking innovation, made him pivot. Instead of clinging to safe bets, Nvidia repeatedly rewrote its own rulebook, transforming near-death spirals into leaps that left old giants like Intel scrambling in their dust. Jensen Huang wasn't content with just fighting the tech giants, he wanted to crack their code. This led Nvidia to solve the innovator's dilemma not once, but over and over. Here's the secret sauce that let a tiny chipmaker boss the giants. While Intel doubled down on CPUs, Jensen studied what Clayton Christensen called the innovator's dilemma, how market leaders get blindsided by smaller attackers. Nvidia's secret was not just spotting disruption early, but obsessively preparing for it. This meant investing in GPUs wildly ahead of their mainstream use, anticipating needs no one else saw coming. Nvidia didn't just tweak its strategy, it rewrote it repeatedly. Like a chess grandmaster, Jensen made moves that looked risky, shifting from gaming to professional visualization to AI long before the hype. This wasn't reckless gambles, it was a masterclass in adaptive strategy, turning Nvidia's future betting into its superpower. When AI was just a whisper in labs, Nvidia bet billions on GPUs as the engine of the coming revolution. That's like buying tickets for a concert before the band is famous. That early bet positioned Nvidia at the heart of generative AI's explosion, making their chips the world's most sought-after tech component. Genius or perfect timing. At the center of Nvidia's rise isn't just tech or strategy, but something more human and far harder to copy. This culture created by Jensen binds the company's brilliance into one unstoppable force. Jensen Huang's leather jacket wasn't just a fashion statement, it embodied a leadership style that broke tech stereotypes. He's famously approachable but fiercely demanding, blending empathy with martial discipline. This paradoxical style gave employees freedom wrapped in accountability, making innovation feel personal, not corporate. Nvidia's flat structure means real voices from all levels shape decisions. It's more like a hacker collective than a siloed corporation. Transparency is key, people know the stakes, the challenges, and the vision. This open culture magnetizes top talent who want to build, not just clock in. Beyond chips and tech jargon, Nvidia's real north is a mission, pushing the boundaries of what computers can do to unlock human creativity and intelligence. This purpose isn't marketing fluff, it drives everything. Employees show up not just to make money, but to change the world. And that gives Nvidia its unstoppable momentum. Back in that Denny's booth, a small idea sat on crumpled napkins. Nvidia's journey from there to AI powerhouse teaches you this. Success isn't about luck or flash, but playing the longest game, obsessing over disruption, and building a culture where everyone's voice can rewrite the rules. So next time you face big uncertainty, ask yourself, what napkin sketch are you betting on? Try holding fast to your long game. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.